Good morning. All right, before we get into things here, let's hear from one of our sponsors. Let's hear from Tim. I think, what is it? McKean?
McKean,
Yeah,
Family First Home Inspection.
there you go.
Hi, my name is Tim McKean, Family First Home Inspections. I've been doing inspections in the Valley for about 17 years. My inspection reports are very user-friendly, very easy to read, easy to understand. And the best part is I email my reports usually within an hour of completing the inspection. I also can order a termite inspection for you, and as an added bonus, I can order a free roof inspection done by a roofing company. My number is 480-577-5501, or you can email me at the address below. Thanks. Have a great day.
Well, thank you, Tim. Guys, you're looking for a good home inspector here in Arizona, reach out to Tim. Anyway, guys, I think this is going to be one of the most powerful messages of the year, and it's not going to be for the faint of heart.
That's for sure.
Yes, we are going to bring it today. People in this world, they want instant gratification, success in a can, magic pill, call it whatever you want. We all know that doesn't work. But do we? Do people really go on through life thinking that way? Like maybe they think, I'm going to be that one exception. Maybe you're out there and you think you're going to be that one exception.
Listen carefully today.
Well, today on MidWeek MindFreak, we're going to talk about why most of us want success, but actually very few want to put in the work.
Chuck and Angela run multiple million-dollar companies. They are members of Riz Media's Billionaire Club, have coached and mentored thousands of agents, and are international speakers. They say by radically changing your mindset, not only can you change your outlook on life, but affect the actual results you obtain. Welcome to MidWeek MindFreak.
Thank you guys for watching this morning. Powerful message. I'm going to give you guys a warning. If you don't want to hear the truth, and maybe it cuts through a knife for you, get off now, because I'm not holding back. I want to come. We want to just bring the truth of the matter, and the really is because as we get closer to closing out this year, we want to put some things in perspective. Starting out the new year, what this is going to look like for you, and what me and you deal with on an ongoing basis, because we deal with thousands of agents, thousands. So we get to hear agents all the time, and although they'll never admit that they want the magic pill or they want this easy way of having success, they won't admit it. They won't actually say those words. It's their actions that speak that way.
That's right.
Like, I really believe everybody thinks they're going to be that exception, that they're going to find massive success without putting in the effort or the work. Why is that? I mean, lazy, entitled, spoiled. So, the other thing is, I don't even really think some people actually know what it means to work.
I think people confuse convenience and hard work.
Convenience and hard work. Well, that's a good way of putting it, but
I'll develop that.
You're going to develop it. But I want to touch on something. I believe with all my heart, it's really, really, really tough to have that mindset of work in the society we live in.
Absolutely.
And we all fall prey to it. That's what we're going to be talking about today, a lot of it. Because when you're bombarded, information overload of stuff that talks about have it your way, you deserve it, fast, easy, simple, everyone's a winner. What it does is it conditions your mind, and it's very difficult to get out of that. I mean, think about this. I could just can this in my own lifetime.
Okay,
This is kind of long. I've watched from born in the 60s, long time ago.
Yep. Not even the late 60s.
Really, schmuck? Mid-60s. How's
A little
that?
bit before.
Yeah. Anyway, going through my lifetime, you watched people working, people had jobs, they knew what they were doing. No, we're not talking things were perfect. And here's the analogy I'm going to use. That the one thing that I really think was the big turning point of one of the biggest things I noticed is when my dad brought home a radar range.
I knew you were going to say that.
That sticks in my mind.
People
so
are like,
much.
what the heck is a radar range?
Well, the radar range is the first microwave. And we all stood around it like it was some TV. And my dad put a cup of water in there and he goes, watch how fast this will boil. And we were amazed. And we started to realize that we're going down this path that everything that we're creating or doing, it's supposed to make it faster and simple. Faster and simple. And you think that is a good thing in your life. So think about this. So now let's fast forward to now. Take a company like Amazon. Now, how do you get people to buy online and not get their friggin' ass off the couch and go to a store? Well, they said they could have it delivered the next day. And you're like, wow, the next day. Well, it's actually crazy now. Now they're delivering it in the middle of the frickin' night. Would you like it delivered between 12 midnight and 3 in the morning? So when your ass gets up, you'll have the product at your front door. And we're making this in everything we do in our life. Want to watch a movie? Click on anytime you want. Want to watch there's the movie. Are you hungry? You don't feel like your lazy ass wants to cook? Well, order something. It's going to be at your door within a half an hour. Government giving handouts. Look, it's on. Think about that.
I know.
It's on and on and on. And it programs us that we deserve to have things quick, fast, simple. And I even fall into that damn trap, especially when you get online. You go to the airport, God forbid, there's 10 people in a line. And then you see, oh, well, what's that line over there? That's the
I always pick the wrong line, by the way.
No, but what's the one we got the second, where you go
I know what
quick
you're
over
talking
the line?
about. Check. TSA
pre-check.
Yes.
So we're like, shit, let's get TSA pre-check. So we got on that. So the line maybe might not be 10 people, it's 5 people. But then you're like, wait, what's that line over there? There's like one person in that line. Oh, that's clear.
Yeah.
And now you get pissed when you go to an airport that doesn't have clear yet. We are just jacked up human beings, and we're brainwashed. I believe it's the work of the enemy.
I think that's what I'm talking about. Convenience is fine, but then we overarch convenience into wrong categories. I think Amazon's great. I don't want to go to the store. I'm really glad that it gets delivered. I'll pay $2.99 to have it today between 7 and 10.
The one thing we fight about that I cannot give up control of is the grocery store. I will not buy stuff online. You do.
I do.
And it frustrates the shit out of me.
Not me. It's delivered right to the front door.
I'll go right to the Anyway, let's not go on a tangent here.
Okay.
God.
Well, what I'm saying is we apply this convenience mentality to categories that it doesn't make any sense, right? Convenience for Amazon or the grocery store or the microwave or Netflix. Cool. But when you start to apply it to things that it can't be applied to, that's where people get jacked up. Like work.
So anyway, so let's make a segue here, because we're really talking about how do you become successful, and how do you get out of the mentality that you're so conditioned in that it literally ruins your chance of success.
It does.
So I always got to say, you can't separate the mind from the body. So what does that mean? Because every Wednesday we do MidWeek MindFreak. We believe the power of the mind. I want to do a quick segue. I want to give a shout out to my 17-year-old son to show you. Now, he's our child between us. So it's our one. Yeah,
they can't hear it on the podcast. I just mouthed it.
Anyway, this kid, you talk about the power of the mind, and he's got our mind. So you know, anybody ever have their kids have their wisdom teeth taken out? That is the best footage for video.
Yeah.
When they come out. still high.
Yeah.
And so she gave it away to my 17-year-old, said, wait till we get video of you when you come out of this. And that kid says, you will not. I will fight through it. And we're like, bullshit.
There's no way.
You ain't fighting through that
Right.
damn drug. So anyway, we go pick him up. And you could see his mind fighting that drug. Every now and then he would fade out and she would try to get video footage and he'd snap back, fighting it going.
You'd say something, he'd be like, it's all a trick.
He goes, I know what you're doing.
It was incredible, actually.
Yeah.
Power your mind.
So anyway, the power of the mind. So people think thinking positive is a good thing. Affirming that you will succeed is a good thing. Envisioning your future, best as you can do it, great thing. Imagining the possibilities, dreaming big. That's all the mind. But here's the problem. But all of you guys stop there. You stop there. Because if you want something, if you want what's in your mind to get those results, you have to do one thing and one thing only, and that is work your friggin' ass off. I told you I'm bringing it. Nobody likes those words. Anyway, that is the most basic fact of success. It's putting actions to your thoughts, to your dreams, to your aspirations. And it's nonstop actions. Trust the process. Your actions must be in line with your thinking, just like Siamese twins.
Joined at the hip.
Joined
Are
at
we
the
Siamese?
hip.
Are we Siamese twins?
I was going to do something, but I would have probably gotten ridiculed for it.
What are you gonna do?
I was going to do a Siamese person. But
Oh my gosh.
so, yes, we are Siamese twins.
Yes, we are.
So the brain can conceive, the mind can desire, we could want all we want. But until we connect that to and put things in motion and leave it in motion. So that's the key thing that I'm going to talk about right now is your actions can't stop. And that's the part of working through what society does, because we're so brainwashed to get instant gratification that if you feel like if you don't get results from your actions, you give up. And that's why most people don't succeed, because they give up. They don't embrace the process. I embrace the process. I go, no matter what I do, I know the path and I will stick to it, put massive action in, but I don't stop based off of results. That's how we built our business when we were youngsters.
I have actually a couple of examples. Is
Go
now
ahead.
the time?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so let's think really logically about this. I think it would be awesome to play the guitar, but I don't want to play it that badly. Do you know how I know this?
It's a lot of work.
I don't play the guitar because if I really wanted it, I would take my money, I would buy a guitar, I would take more money, I would get lessons. Then I would start to practice and I would do it over and over, even when I didn't feel like it. I'd do it for a really long time. I'd get calluses on my fingers, and maybe in several months, I might be able to play Mary Had a Little Lamb or Hot Cross Buns. I would still need to practice.
I actually
Can you
like.
play hot cross buns?
Isn't that something you eat?
I don't. You would eat it. I would try to play it on the guitar. If I really wanted it,
Well,
if I had desire,
if
I
you
would put
played
that
it,
work.
I might get hungry, and then I'd put some buns in the oven.
So really, it's a good idea. Like, this is the difference between actually wanting something and being willing to do what it takes, and just, it's a good idea. I just wish it would happen. So here's the deal. I'm not opposed to work. I'm just not delusional enough to think that something's maybe sometimes something worthwhile isn't going to take a tremendous amount of work. So I know I have to truly want a certain result, or else I won't be willing to do the work. Now, some of you think you really want it, but you're still not going to do the work.
Your actions don't follow up with it.
So we made a move. We made a move less than 2 years ago. Honestly, it was the best thing we've ever done. However, I'm not going to lie. The shift was a lot of work. And this is what I mean by that. It wasn't like go from here and start working at EXP and do the same work, just in a different place. We had to change a lot of things. Our habits, daily mindset, the people around us, processes, procedures, expectations, and so much more. And when we made the move, it was like hard work, mentally, physically. 2 years later, or not even 2 years later, almost 2 years later. And we are just now
Getting
starting
into a
to feel
groove.
like we're getting into some mastery.
Yeah.
Just now, 2 years later. And we're very, very experienced. Hey, when we decided to make the move, there's this one agent who decided to come with us. They trusted us to come with us. And we received an email from him.
We had more than one agent, by the way.
No, I'm telling this is an example. We got an email from him after some time that stated this. Hey, basically, hey guys, I love you and I appreciate you. I really gave this a
You
try.
got to set up the thing right after we made the switch. The pandemic hit, so we're also, there was no work in the pandemic. Nobody was working.
So he goes, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I really gave this a try. I really tried, but it's just not going to work for me.
Yeah.
You know how long it was? 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks during the pandemic.
3 weeks.
Yeah. So,
oh yeah, you gave a try. All right.
We're not looking to put people down at all. The point of the matter is some people talk a good game.
Yeah.
And they have no idea what it means to put in work, massive actions. I'm still blown away. Here's what I'm blown away. Especially people who want to partner with us to make residual income. So that's great. Residual income is great. It's a great opportunity with us, but it is freaking massive work. So if somebody goes, oh my gosh, I want to make 6 figures. I want to make 100,000 residual income, residual. And I go, you work less than a part-time worker. You put no effort in. It is actually mind-blowing.
It is mind-blowing, Tracy. Tracy, she goes, you can learn Bob Bob Black Sheep and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and you would go do something.
I want to.
That's funny.
I want to touch on that. The mindset of somebody wanting to be successful in real estate or anything else is the same mindset of somebody picking up a guitar or wanting to play professional sports and giving it a try for a few months.
It's ridiculous. It's ludicrous.
It is. So massive amount of work. So here's what we like to do. I always like to go to the source and go, what does the source have to say about work? So, our source is the Bible. Now, whether you want to believe the Bible's God's word, whether you want to believe what's in the Bible, first of all, I'm going to challenge you. I'm not sitting here saying you need to know Jesus, you need to know God to read the Bible. The Bible's filled with great information to help you succeed in life. But I'm going to pull out a couple of proverbs. So Proverbs 14:23-24, all hard work brings a profit, but mere talks leads only to poverty. Now watch, here's what's crazy. I want you guys really to grasp this for a minute. This is written by King Solomon, like 800 BC. That's like 3,000 years ago. Put that in perspective. 3,000 years ago, King Solomon just said, all hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty.
Yeah,
another one, lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. Another proverb, a slack hand causes poverty, but the hands of the diligent makes rich. Diligent. You know what diligent means? Non-stop. Guys, this is a book that was written 3,000 years ago telling you how to live life. I love this one. Whoever works his land will have plenty of bread, but he who follows worthless pursuits lacks sense.
That's awesome.
The soul of the sluggard craves. The soul of the sluggard craves and gets nothing. Ungats. Ooh, you can't say gets nothing, while the soul of the diligent is richly supplied. Last one, guys. Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it. Basically saying there's no get-rich-quick schemes out there. And it actually fits into, if you don't believe what the Bible has to say, just from the sheer smartness of it. Logical. There you go. Think about all the people who hit lotto. Get massive wealth, and then it's gone. Go figure. A book that was written 3,000 years ago, 3,000 by King Solomon, actually said that. Isn't that insane? when you really put it. And if you think about the word proverb refers to wise sayings, bringing light to a common and fundamental truth. That's what a proverb is. They are meant to show us how to live well in the world.
And I really think there's like one more concept that we need to embrace on this topic that might help people. It is the original self-improvement book.
Look,
Yes, the Bible is.
I do. I never want to shun people off to think that I force my faith. My faith's my faith. I love the Lord. But I have to tell you, if you're not a believer, even if you're an atheist, guys, that book has
That's
got
wise
so much
counsel.
valuable information in it, right down to my favorite Proverbs 27:17, as iron sharpens iron, one man sharpens another. Here's what this says. I want you guys to grasp this if you're really listening to me right now. Maybe they are, maybe
I
they
am.
aren't.
I'm listening.
Listen, what you're getting fed from the world, from the government, from the news people is not ironing, sharpening your iron. It's like tinfoil.
I don't like ironing.
It is not making you sharper.
Right.
Shut the shit off, put on some motivational stuff, but get into some good books and sharpen the iron, and you will see a change in your mindset. Right?
Yes, I 100% agree with that. And I think the last concept just to talk about, so you can relate these two thoughts together, is the idea of laziness and entitlement. Today we see this all the time, and it blows my mind every time. It should not surprise me. But people are so lazy and entitled, they won't even take basic steps like Googling or looking at YouTube to try to solve a problem. All the time we have people calling us, asking us how to do things that an 8-year-old can Google and YouTube and know. And okay, I'm going to date myself. Just think back to like getting information. What did we used to have to do? We used to have to go to the library.
Did you
Right? We had to actually go to a library. We had to understand the friggy Dewey Decimal System, right? We had to go in those card catalogs. We had to find the card. Then we had to go all over the library, figuring out where are the encyclopedias, where are the books,
memories.
Where are the magazines? Guess what we had to do next?
I can now smell the library I went in.
And guess what you had to do next? You actually had to read it and take notes. Do you know what we do now? We Google, cut and paste, which is fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with convenience, but we cannot translate that mindset into the work it takes to be truly successful. That's the problem. Convenience is not the problem. It's translating that mindset to the work that needs to be done.
So to leave it off, guys, I'm just putting it out there. We have never had success without putting in massive hard work consistently.
Yeah.
Trust the process. Embrace it. Guys, it's a journey. It's not a race. There's no finish line. That's the part I hate when there is no finish line. So people go through life thinking there's a goal and that's the finish line. No, it's a journey until the Lord takes you home, and that's all that it is.
Yeah.
Everything else is a false sense of security.
I agree.
Guys, we love pouring into you guys. If you want to know what it's like to partner with us, at EXP, we have partners all over the world. We got some great partners doing some great things. You need to be around people that will pour into you positive stuff, but that will also hold you accountable. This is not feel good. I look to make people feel good,
but not
at the expense of telling them what they want to hear. That's not what I'm about. And lastly, guys, we've been nominated as one of the top 125 most influential business people in Success Magazine. I would love for your vote.
Please, that would be awesome.
If you go to 125.success.com, look for us and give us a vote. You can vote every day if you feel
every day till the end of January. And if you didn't remember that and don't want to rewind this, go to our Instagram, which is the Iconic Power Couple. Follow us, and on my milkshake in the bio, you can click it, and there we are. You can vote right there.
Guys, have a Merry Christmas. Blessings to you guys. We really appreciate you showing up, listening to two chooches like us. Please share this too. Well, we would love that. Anyway, God bless you guys.